The news summary for this Saturday, 12th of June. To begin the news today, 24 families who are now the new owners of their apartments at Anonyme Views Estate at Pointe-la-Rue, which was inaugurated yesterday. The 32 million rupees project comprises of 16 three-bedroom units and 8 two-bedroom units.
The construction of the Anonyme Views Estate at Pointe-la-Rue started 2 years ago under the previous government administration under the 24 housing units in 24 districts in 24 months scheme. It was President Ram Kalawan and the Minister for Land and Housing, Billy Rangasamy, who unveiled the commemorative plaque to officially inaugurate the new estate. In his address, Minister Rangasamy said with more than 3,000 people on the application list, the demand for housing remains a big challenge for the ministry. He said the government is doing its best with regards to funding and finding appropriate terrain for construction.
Government in this year, because of the tight financial challenges that we face, the government has put in 144 million Seychelles rupees in completing the projects that had already started, because there's a contract with contractors and so on. And I can tell you we have projects across all districts, and some are very advanced. Actually, even planning approval have been achieved, and the rest are going through that technical design phase. We are touching base with various potential external financiers, such as the Saudi fund recently. There's been discussions with the India government. Obviously now India is in a very aggressive COVID situation, so they are focusing on that. But we are looking at that. That's for sort of external funding from a point of view like a soft loan or grants. This is still being worked heavily by the ministry is concerned.
Many staff from Absa Bank donated blood today. This activity was organized by the bank to coincide with World Blood Donor Day, which is celebrated on the 14th of June. For many of the bank's staff, it was the first time they've donated blood. Some were joined in this activity by family members.
We have a commitment to the community through our citizenship plan, and we have what we call a colleague engagement program, where we encourage colleagues to come forward with ideas and suggestions on what we can do to support the community. And this is one of the suggestions that was brought forward for us to do a blood drive and encourage our colleagues, particularly first-time donors, to experience how easy and simple it is to be a blood donor. Especially in these times when I know everybody wants to do something to alleviate the stresses on particularly our health services. And this is one small way in which we can all contribute and support them.
The Seychelles government has received 100 laptops from the British High Commission. The handover ceremony by High Commissioner Patrick Lynch was held yesterday at Maison Kéo de Quincy in the presence of the Minister for Foreign Affairs and Tourism, Sylvestre Radogon, staff from the Foreign Affairs Department and the High Commission. Minister Radogon said the laptops will help the government sail through the COVID pandemic smoothly, as many government employees are working from home. High Commissioner Lynch said that this gesture underlined the support of Great Britain to the Seychelles.
It's a small way of the UK trying to assist in that recovery and trying to bolster the efforts that are already underway. We've deliberately chosen laptops that are robust. We have laptops that are mobile, that can be used by some of the health teams that are travelling around these islands. And we hope that it'll help to continue the ongoing recovery, both in economics as we try and tempt tourists back to these islands and we realise the part they play in the economy, those parts of government that drive economic change, as well as the immediate health challenge we face. I think the good thing for the High Commission is this is just the start of a fast expanding partnership. And in the months that follow, the UK will be funding a range of Seychelles-led projects that draw on local expertise and seek to build on the ambitious plans of the new government here. And that will involve work on the rule of law, on climate change, as well as a number of community-based projects.
On behalf of the Government of Seychelles, I would like to extend our appreciation for this generous donation that comes at a very opportune time. we are where we are with COVID. That has affected our lives, affected our operations across government and the various agencies. As far as this ministry is concerned, we're doing a lot of working from home. So, and I know the other ministries as well. So this donation, the laptops will help us in the work that we need to do in the current COVID and post-COVID period that we foresee ahead of us.
Today, the Russian Federation is celebrating its National Day. To celebrate the day in Seychelles, the ambassador of Russia for Seychelles, Artyom Kozhin, organized an event at the Savoy Hotel in Beauvallon.
Foremost was the President of the Republic, Wiwaram Kalawan. The Vice President, Ahmed Afif, was also present, along with several ministers and principal secretaries. When addressing his guests, Mr. Kozhin highlighted several cooperation between Russia and Seychelles, such as the resumption Aeroflot flights, which is now direct and frequent, and the 1,000 doses of Sputnik V vaccine that Russia offered Seychelles. But that was not the only batch sent to Seychelles.
We have brought 2 batches already. One was the so-called trial party, and the other one was a smaller batch, mainly for Russian community and Russian GOP holders, but they're part of our Seychelles community here, so they also were vaccinated recently. I think the vaccination is still going on. Currently, we are working together with the Ministry of Foreign Affairs of Seychelles and Ministry of Health on bringing another batch of Sputnik to Seychelles.
It is not sure when and the quantity of vaccine Seychelles will receive.
Given the vaccination programs all over the world, there's high demand in vaccines. For example, we are now having a queue of more than 60 countries going to get the Sputnik vaccine. So the competition is high, but of course we always remember about Seychelles. We won't forget you.
The Minister for Foreign Affairs and Tourism, Sylvestre Radeconde, acknowledged that these recent mutual cooperation have forged the 45 years of bilateral relation between the two countries, and says the country welcomes more Sputnik V vaccines to help with its effort to immunize the population.
With this, we end this news summary. Have a pleasant evening.